I will be giving back. Thank you for listening to us. God bless you.
Shukran. Your Excellency, beside the many challenges in the report, main ones to emphasize, that is the migration of the cattle herders with related conflicts. This issue of cattle costs us a lot. We spend millions of pounds. Like recently, we have 10 cattle camps across to the Lebanon site and Rocky. This one costs us a lot. Food, fuel, and including dry food. Because sometimes soldiers are running after the cattle camps. Again, it is creating more problems. Insecurity. Like recently, near to Jebelen, this is near Jebel, there was a problem there. The cattle entered the farms, and when the local people caught about 3 or 4 cows and they tied down, then the youth in the cattle camp, they came and attacked the population there. So this issue is causing us a lot. If we go back, 32 people die, and this is because of this issue. So the issue of cattle became a headache, and we need a solution for this one. And this issue of cattle need political will and need national will. Yes, we need cattle, but should be kept properly. So the issue of cattle, ده مشكلة كبيرة خالص. يعني بداخل جنوب السودان في مشاكل. أصل الناس اللي ما بيعرف بقر ما ممكن ينموا بقر. لأنه ناس كتير فات في رفيق. يعني لو تمسكت جوكي تمسكت area بتاع لانيا because of cattle. People are going to Uganda. تاني جاب في جوبا هنا. ده أسمع خلق بقر. يعني الناس ما يدري السلاح. حاجة تاني كبير أقوم في اتصال شبكة الطرق اللي هو poor road net connectivity. يعني كجوكي معزول من جوبا. كجوكي isolated from Juba. Now, I really know about the rain season Kajukai, especially during the rain season. From here it will lasso completely isolated. Even Torah. Tali is a Payam, belongs to Tarkata County. But from Tarkata you cannot go to Tali because of road. There is issue of land. معالجة بتاع قضايا بتاع الأراضي. قضية بتاع الأرض زي قضية بتاع البلد. أنا I came from Guinea. Now محل بتاع الزراعة شانو قسموا. محل بتاع الزراعة قسموا. يعني الثاني ما يزرع، ما في محل سنزرع. لأنه الناس سائلين قانون في كده بتوع أنا مشيت زمن ده ما إنني قبل أنا قاعد في البيت لما أنا حتى ذاتي أنا مربوط الأعراض ده بيعملوا قانون بقى أنا لقيت في جنوب السودان قال كل سنة بيقسموا أراضي، لكن في العالم أرض بيقسموا في كل 10 سنة، لأنه 10 سنة عبارة عن جنريشن، تودي فرصة ل 10 سنة بعدين يقسموا. عندنا كم في السودان الواحد في خرطوم بيقسموا أرض سنويا، لكن هنا نقدر نقسموا أرض سنويا. الجنريشن اللي بيجي بعدين عيالنا ده بيلقى أرض وين؟ ما بيلقى أراضي. يعني كانوا بيقسموا في سنة جنوب السودان كلنا بيقسموا أراضي كلها، ما في محل زراعة ذاته. لأننا قالنا ولد، عيال قالوا ولد. موضوع بتاع الأراضي ده their national will and their political will. ده حقيقة. ده مش قال الناس ما دايرين بعض. لأنه الموضوع ده لو كان بيودي فرصة لحكومة بتاع الولاية السنتال جازيتد اريا يلا بعدها يقسموا ويودي لكل زول. ما عارفين قال ده عاصمة ده بيصير عايزه. لكن برضه ده القانون. لأنه الناس على حسب يشيلوا ده مجرمين. ده تجار بتاع الأراضي. يعني زول بيسيبوا أرض زمان الناس كانوا بيعملوا فحم، يعني أنت بتمشي من هنا لغاية منقل لغاية تركاك أنت ما لازم تشير. لكن لما كلام أراضي جاء خلاص الناس كلها قادرة أرض. لأن أنت بتجيبوا حد من هناك وتبيعوا برا. موضوع دير نظر خاص. في إشارات خاصة. هي لا تقدر بدون مشكلة. يعني المستشفى واحد ده ما بيشيلوا الناس. فعشان كده الناس بيشوفوا إنه الزيادة بتاع فانز عشان يساعد ناس بيستابلش. حكومة لازم تستابلش مدارس جديدة، مدارس حكومية. We need public schools. من المدارس خاصة، مدارس خاصة غالية جدا. يعني هسه مدرسة خاصة ومدرسة بتاع حكومة، مدرسة خاصة غالي خالص. لو احنا خلينا ده هو صعب. زي كده بنكتب إنكار الكلام بتاع public schools. مدارس بتاعنا. في اسم بتاع PIT. هذا هو ضريبة دخل الشخصي. بعدين سلتكس هو ضريبة المبيعات. ده شغل بتاع الستيت. يعني شالوا. يعني أنا متأكد زملاء المدافعين الكل ديس إيشو بتاع PIT ولا سلتكس أكيد أيضا خطأوا في الريبورت بتاعه. الموضوع ده بيساعدنا هنا في حاجات كتير. يعني هي ما بيجي سوا، ما بيجي دائما. يعني هي بيجي بعد كل كم زمن. توران أوفيس ذات is a problem. هو مشكلة كبيرة جدا جدا. Your Excellency ده حاجات يمكن أنا شفته إنه هو مهم. يعني نحن نحطه في الاعتبار. لأننا دايرين الشعب بتاعنا يعني يعيش سويا باحترام، ما في زول يردوا الزول، لكن هذه احترام متبادل مهم شديد. يعني حسا يعني زي ما في زول حسا في الدنيا خلاص ديسبيش ممكن يجي في هو صعب. لأنه نحن كان حرمنا بكلمات زي ده لما رفعنا السلاح عشان نكون عندنا دولة عشان نفهم دليل كلام بتاع الزول. الموضوع بتاع الزول لأننا كان وجع في قلوبنا نحن ما ممكن نعمل نفسنا. لأن ده حقيقة نحن نحترم بعض. وأنا بشوف إنه نحن هنا قيادات بتاع الدولة ده، يعني القيادة الأصلية ده قيادة بتاع الولايات. We need to see يعني طريقة كويس إنه نحن نحل مشاكلنا ونجيب الشعب ده الناس يعيش سويا. زمان في زمن تقريبا نقف من كلام زي ده الناس ما بكره بعض، الناس كانوا بيحبوا بعضهم. يعني كان الناس بيحبوا بعضهم، الناس كانوا براو. ولنا ما بنعمل؟ ولنا طلعنا أنفسنا بأرواح كثير. نحن ما نقدر نزيد على أرواح ثانية. ما نقدر نزيد. لكن الزمن بعدها نحن نحب أنفسنا عشان نبني البلد ونحن نمشي قدام. شكرا جزيلا.
شكرا لربنا. Now, you're taking 3 slots. You not for the clubs, which is important because they have raised many issues. But now we go to greater people. And greater people will be followed by Jonglei.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Your Excellency, the First Vice President, Dr. Mishar Ten, Your Excellency, the Vice President, General Taban Dengai, Honourable Speaker of the Council of State, Deputy Speaker of the TNLA, Honourable Ministers, my colleagues, governors and chief administrators, our state ministers and the delegations who came from the states and administrative areas, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the media houses, allow me to present or to highlight the key achievement and challenges facing the Greater Bibor administrative area. And the theme, forging sustainable peace, committed in an extended R-ARCSS transition period. Number one, I will start with the key support and facilitation from the national government. And I will not go too into details, but it's well known that most of the states and administrative areas are getting their grants from the national government, and as such, the GPA is heavily dependent on the allocation from the national government that budgeted for its operations, development projects, and service delivery. The financial support. The GPA receives all its operational support, including transfers for salaries of the government employees, development grants, and other budgetary allocation to help fund its essential services, such as education, healthcare, and infrastructure development from the national government. The financial support from for the administration's operation, though this can be inconsistent due to the broader national budgetary constraint that the country is facing. In the security support, I would like to thank His Excellency the President on a special way for the donation of security vehicles, which has greatly eased the movement of the deployed security personnel in the Greater Bibor administrative area. And with the support of the SSPDF, the government also conducted the registration of the biometric of the soldiers who belong to the corporate function in the Greater Bibor administrative area. Development projects and infrastructure. The National Communication Authority, and indeed the National Ministry of Information, is spearheading the construction of the series of telecommunication network towers in GPA. An initiative aimed at improving connectivity and enhancing communication services throughout the region. The National Ministry of Information, Communication, Technology and Postal Service has provided further assurance regarding the planning installation of additional network towers in Lukangwe and Guru County, and those network connectivity is going to help us out in terms of security. And we would like to urge the Ministry of Telecommunication as well as NCOs, NCA, to make sure that they do the construction of the network everywhere in the region, so that help us in terms of security. Secondly, Your Excellency, I would like to take you through the key achievement for the administrative area in relation to the resolution of the 7th Governors Forum. The key achievement for the administrative area this year, I think most of the colleagues here and the participants are aware that I'm 6 months old in the office, and most of this achievement that we have talked about is in this short period of time that I have resumed the responsibilities. We made a significant progress in restoring peace and security, reducing intercommunal conflicts and addressing cattle raiding through a community dialogue and increased security measures. Partial disarmament initiatives. In July, we made a resolution through the sitting of Security Council, security meeting, banning civilians from carrying firearms within the capital Bibor and beyond. These include 5 kilometers firearm ban and buffer zones around every county headquarter. This is in support of campaign to reduce the age-set violence and criminal activities. Biometric registration. We are also pleased to announce that the biometric registration of the soldiers, SSPDF, has been successfully completed. This is strategic measures aimed at enhancing accountability and effectiveness within our security personnel. Promoting peace and collaboration with neighboring states. We have been actively engaging in dialogue with our counterparts in Jonglei State and Central Equatoria States and Eastern Equatoria with the objective of fostering collaboration and relationship and addressing the ongoing intercommunal violence and historical grievances among the communities. And you can see this through the exchange visit. The former governor of Jonglei State visited Greater Bibor administrative area, and I also visited Jonglei State during the welcoming of Honourable Excellency Mayardit in Jonglei State, and we have agreed to have crisis management committee and continue to have a dialogue to address the challenges facing our sisters in the states. In Greater Bibor administrative area, we have also conducted conferences across the counties, most importantly, the age-set reconciliations. Your Excellency, one of the issues that facing the Greater Bibor administrative areas, apart from the cattle raiding and child abduction and the issues of communal violence, we also have issue of the age-sets that fight among themselves, and we are pleased to report the successful convening of the separate peace conferences in Gumruk, County and Bibor. This initiative has significantly contributed to the reduction of age-set conflicts in the region, facilitated by the support of UNMISS. Peace dialogue in Pachala County. In April, we have initiated a dialogue with the Anuak community aimed at fostering peaceful coexistence between the Anuak community and the Mule communities and addressing previous grievances. With this, Your Excellency, we embarked on the peace dialogues among the two communities, and we managed to reduce the previous grievances. But one of the challenges is the state, through a peace initiative supported by UNMISS, we have also managed to return 18 children to Jonglei State and 13 children to Central Equatoria State, make total of 46 returned children. Additionally, we have recovered 13 women and children from Jonglei State. Most of these recovers has occurred from January to today. And I want to put across that we have managed in return to receive only 13 abducted women and children. But the number that we have and the data that we have in Greater Bibor administrative area is that we have more than 400 abducted women and children in Greater Jonglei State.
And we have not seen any commitment from our counterpart in the Jonglei State
of returning our abducted children. And I want to thank, in a special note, the Commissioner of Akobo County, who made this effort and managed to return for us 13 children. In Greater Bone, we have only received 4 abducted children. That was born from the abductors by the wife of General Cole and returned to us. But the rest of the children are not yet being returned. Coming to the infrastructure development, notable improvements have been made in GPA, such as administrative effort to renovate government guest house within first 100 days of office. This is one of the achievements that I've made in my first 100 days, and I want to take this opportunity to invite His Excellency General Taban Delgai to visit the board as soon as possible, so that at least, because last time when he visited the board, he could not find a place to sleep. But today, we are happy to announce that we are now ready to host all the government officials who will visit us in the administrative area. My administration also, in collaboration effectively with the development partners, constructed Youth Union Resource Center, funded by USAID, and construction of other important facilities such as judiciary building, constructed by consortium ADC with the fund from UNMIS Quick Impact Support Fund. The completion of dikes. We have successfully completed the constructions of the dikes along the Bibo River with the help of UNMIS to enhance flood mitigations. And as you will see from the pictures, this is the effort that we have made as administrative areas in collaboration with UNMIS to make sure that we protect the Bibo from the flooding. Education improvements. Enhancing access to education by constructing new schools such as Marbo Primary School in Bibor, Manapol in Gumruk, and Mahjong in Vertet counties, including the renovation of the updated 4 classrooms funded by UNICEF in Bibor County. The recent construction of educational facilities has led to mark increase in student enrollment across the schools. Economic development efforts. We have established critical authorities aimed at enhancing the sustainable development and economic growth of the Greater Bibor administrative area. The Greater Bibor administrative area established investment authority to facilitate and invest processes within the region. As per the issues of the financial constraint that our country is facing, and also putting into consideration the economic crisis, we have come up with this initiative of having investment authority, whereby the administrative area will now embark on some investment activities to make sure that they generate income to foster, to keep us operational. Now, Your Excellency, I will come to the achievement in relation to the resolution of the 7th Governance Forum in Greater Bibor Administrative Area. Resolution number 12. We have established the Greater Bibor Administrative Area Revenue Authority to streamline revenue collection and management without interference from the national government. This is in our effort to implement the resolution number 12 in the 7th Governance Forum. Resolution number 15, we strongly encourage the Mulere chiefs to actively exercise their traditional authorities in resolving disputes between ASET within the Payams and Pumas
with support from the International Organization for Migration, IOM, we have drafted a customary laws that will soon be presented to the Council of Ministers and then to the Administrative Legislative Council. Through the support of IOM, we have drafted a customary law that is going to be passed into the law to help our local authorities apply their judgments. Resolution number 19. We have nominated 3 persons to serve at the GPAI election commission or committee. In regard to resolution number 22, followed through on peace, reducing violence and fostering cooperation between different communities and neighboring states, we have been in consistent dialogue with the relevant authorities and international partners to facilitate and ensure peace and reconciliation. In relation to resolution number 27, in an effort to enhance operational efficiency and humanitarian response across the 7 counties, we have advocated for the United Nations Mission in South Sudan, UNMISS, the World Food Program, and the Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO, and other international partners to establish the operational headquarters in the Greater Bibor administrative area. Additionally, we are actively coordinating with the non-governmental organization, NGOs, and various partners to improve with the Greater Bibor administrative area, Flood Management Council, and evaluate the progress of the ongoing flood mitigations. In regard to resolution 32, the Greater Bibor administrative area, Flood Management Council, has been established to spearhead awareness campaigns focused on flood management. These include promoting community understanding of flood risk, preparedness, facilitating stakeholders' engagement to enhance collaborative efforts in flood prevention, and implementing educational initiatives that inform the public about effective response to strategies during the flood event. The key challenges. One of the challenges that we are facing in the Greater Bibor administrative area is the treatment of the Greater Bibor administrative areas as only 2 counties. Greater Bibor administrative area faces various challenges that have hindered development and humanitarian situations. The ongoing classification of the Greater Bibor administrative area as a singular entity comprise 2 counties rather than being recognized as the 7 distinct counties poses significant challenges in terms of equitable resources allocation from both the national government and international partners. This situation, Your Excellency, undermines the provisions outlined in the Republican Order number 20/2014, which mandates the establishment of the counties with their respective headquarters within the Greater Bibor administrative area. Addressing this issue is crucial to ensure fair distribution of resources and to uphold the governance framework intended to support the development and well-being of the region's diverse communities. Infrastructure constraints. The Greater Bibor administrative area is currently landlocked, which significantly hampers our trading activities and access to essential services. The Minister of a verbal directive referring to the Council of Ministers resolution number 42/2015 that directed suspension of the construction of the road linking the capital Juba to... So this is also one of the challenges, and we urge the AIDS Governors Forum to look into this issue. Infrastructure continuation of the infrastructure constraint. The Eastern Equatoria state government closed off the Kapoita to Goma Road since April due to the criminal conflict affecting the transportation of the goods and accessibility for residents of Jebel Puma and Vertet Marwo counties, who mainly depend on the highway for their basic necessities. The Bibor airstrip operates exclusively during the dry season and is rendered non-operational during the post-rainy and flooding season. This airstrip plays a crucial role in facilitating the transportation and the delivery of the essential goods and services. For the civilian, traders and humanitarian organizations, it effectively serves as the main means of transportation in Greater Bibor administrative area. Poor road connectivity within the counties of the GPA hinders humanitarian assistance, effort, and security operations and agricultural activities and access to the market. Educational disparities. Many children in Greater Bibor administrative area do not have access to basic education due to the shortage of schools, qualified teachers, and essential learning materials. Despite the notable increase in enrollment rate due to the constructed schools with their male counterparts. If you could see also, Your Excellency, the children are sitting on his phones because we are lacking learning material and other essential material for the studies. Health sector limitations. Health crisis. The health status of Greater Bibor administrative area is one of the weakest built health facility in the country. Any outbreak of diseases such as cholera and malaria affect the common people, and limited access to health care increases vulnerability among the citizens. The current infrastructure in hospitals such as Bibor Civil Hospital, Pashala Hospital and Puma County Hospital is inadequate. There is a severe shortage of beds and bed sheets as reason to treat patients in the hospitals. Economic limitations. High inflation and currency devaluation affect the livelihood, making it difficult for the families to afford basic necessities at the prices of the basic. The proliferation of the small arms among the civilian population continue to pose a significant challenge to my administration, undermining the public safety and security. The unchecked availability of these weapons not only facilitates criminal activity and violence, but also complicates law enforcement effort to maintain peace. The cattle traders operating in Magri have been subjected to persistent and systematic attack by criminal elements. In Mandala, these attacks are fueling tension and insecurity for the residents and the traders. And as the Minister of Interior mentioned yesterday in our presentations, Your Excellency, we are encouraging our young people to embark on trade in the state of cattle raiding. And with this continuous attacking on them and raiding in their cattle in Mali will jeopardize our efforts to mobilize them to engage in trade rather than cattle raiding. This issue needs to be looked into it so that we encourage our young people to focus on trade in the state of cattle raiding. One of the challenges also, Your Excellency, is the issue of illegal mining in R-ARCSS area in Puma County. As you all can see from the picture, there is an encroachment of more than 50 Ethiopian national companies into our border, deep 15 kilometers inside South Sudan. And we have raised this concern to all the relevant authority, and there is nothing that we get in response. This area is rich in gold, and if our government can focus on that, we can even restore the South Sudan from this situation that we are in, instead of focusing on oil. And we are letting the foreigners steal our resources on our watch. This is a national issue. It should not be seen as the problem of Greater Bibor administrative area alone, or the people of R-ARCSS or Buma, but rather is a national threat and is a national crisis that need to be looked into it so that we avoid this illegal activity. And Your Excellency, this activity not only encroachment into our border and both wildlife and the communities residing in the area. This illegal mining activity have resulted in the pollution of the Kobo River, causing deaths among local residents, fish and the wildlife due to the use of the mercury in the mining processes. This is one of the dangers and the wildlife. So this you need to be looking into it, even if at all there will be a later on official issuance of license of the companies to go and do the mining. It has to be done through the Ministry of Environment, so that other things can be used other than mercury, because mercury is harming to the human and to the wildlife. Humanitarian crisis, flood disasters. Seasonal flooding has led to significant humanitarian challenges. This has resulted in mass destructions of homes, farms, and displacement of the communities, and food insecurity, especially in Peshala County. We have experienced heavy flooding this year. You could see from the pictures, Peshala County is one of the counties that was affected on this flooding, and unfortunately we did not get any support from the national government, not because they were not willing, but because there was no connectivity. That area is totally isolated. It's only connected to Ethiopia, but there is no way for the Ministry of Humanitarian to deliver the humanitarian assistance to that area. Hostilities and targeting killing of Mule refugee camp in Ethiopia. Your Excellency, I would like to take this opportunity to thank the Ministry of Foreign Affairs for the interference in this issue, and we have managed now to relocate these refugees to different areas. And we are still calling the national government to intervene in this so that our refugees can be brought back as soon as possible. Having went through the challenges, I will come to the recommendation to finalize my presentation. Number one recommendation. Now, considering alternative rerouting options other than the previously proposed route taking off from north of Sudan Safari near Jumeza to enhance trade and access to the surfaces. Secondly, we urge the national government and the international partners to put an end to the ongoing classification of the Greater Bigor administrative area as two counties. We must treat GPA as 7 distinct counties going forward. This is essential, which are crucial and well-being of the GPA communities. We also encourage international partners to establish operational bases in Greater Bigor administrative area to effectively serve all 7 counties. We urge the government is essential for improving the judiciary system. There is a need to address the security issues concerning the cattle trading center in Maghreb. We propose creating security buffer zones between the Greater Bigor administrative area and Jonglei State, specifically in the Nanam, Mayarbol and Bishibich areas, to reduce security tension among the residents and apprehend criminals. Introduce refreshers training for the current security personnel in GPAs. As has been mentioned yesterday, the issue of the well-equipped and trained security personnel in all the states is one of the challenges that rendering us from doing our work in protecting the peoples and their properties. targeted interventions are needed to not only encourage the enrollment of the girls in education, but also to ensure their consistent participations. We recommend a permanent solution for the refugees in Jima by facilitating their repatriation to their home areas with the support and protection from the South Sudan government and the Ethiopian government humanitarian agencies and the United Nations refugee agencies. The government of South Sudan and the Federal Republic of Ethiopia should take a decisive action to crack down on illegal mining activities near the border area of Rat in Jebel Boma County. We should encourage the private sector investment and entrepreneurship to create jobs and reduce poverty. In conclusion, Your Excellency, by implementing these recommendations, all the states and administrative areas in South Sudan will be able to work toward a stable, peaceful, and prosperous future of our citizens. Thank you very much. May God bless you all.
Thank you, Chief Administrator, for this presentation. Is this still equatorial? Okay, Jonglei. I wanted you to speak today so that your issues are similar with the other states, so that we can discuss them together. But
فقامت النائب الأول لرئيس الجمهورية دكتور المشار، فقامت النائب رئيس الجمهورية، الأخ النائب الأول لرئيس المجلس الوطني الانتقالي، السادة الوزراء الاتحادية، زملائي حكام الولايات ورؤساء الإداريات، الجمع الكريم، السلام عليكم. في البداية أشكر فخامة رئيس الجمهورية لتدبير هذا المنبر. فخامة النائب الأول أسمح لي أن أقدم نبذة بسيطة لولاية جونغلي، ثم أدعو أمين العام للولاية لقراءة تقارير الولاية. ولاية جونغلي أول الولاية من 9 مقاطعات. Alira, Magata Niron, Magata Fanja, Magata Ayun, Magata Fiji. عاصمة الولاية هي مقاطعة البور. يتكون سكان ولاية جونغلي من جنوبين من الدنكا بور، جنوبين من النوير، لو فانجات بالدولة الجديدة ترانيوات الشغل عندهم بقر وعندهم البهايم بيزرعوا بيعملوا في زراعة بيقولوا بدأ شغل لكن زراعة تقليدي بتسيد أسماء ممكن المعظم النشاط الحياتية بالنسبة لولاية جونغلي التي تتأثر بشدة بالمشكلات الاجتماعية والسياسية والتعديات الأمنية والبيئية. فده نبذة بسيطة عن الولاية. فقامت النائب الأول أسمح لي أن أدعو أمين العام لولاية جونغلي للإطلاع بتقرير الولاية. شكرا.
شكرا خليجي.
Okay, thank you so much, Your Excellency, the Governor, for giving me an opportunity to continue with the presentations. Your Excellency, the First Vice President, my presentation on behalf of Jonglei State Government, as presented by His Excellency, the Governor, will focus on the specific areas. The number one will be the key facilitation by the national government to Jonglei State. The second objective will focus on the key achievement by the government of Jonglei State. The third, we will focus on the challenges, and the final, which is the fourth, will mainly focus on the way forward. As indicated by the Governor, Jonglei State, we share the border, as it is said, with the Upper Nile State, with the Lake State, with Central Equatorial State, with administrative areas. We have 9 counties. I don't want to mention them because he mentioned them earlier, but if you want them, these are Bor, Twitch East, Duke, Akobo, Miro, Wuror, Fangak, Ayut, and PG County. The headquarters of the state is Bor. As I said, our economy and the livelihood will depend on the farming, on fishing, because we are blessed, Jonglei on the Nile. We are blessed with cattle. These are the source of the livelihood for the community and citizen of Jonglei State. My PowerPoint is there. I think to first present our livelihood. Our economy depends on farming, on fishing, and we are blessed with cattle. These are the pictures on the PPT. What are the role of the development partners in Jonglei State? With the help of our development partners, the United Nations Mission in South Sudan, UNAMIS, they play a very vital role. They funded conference, and as South Sudan, we have one of the big problems, and this problem is the problem of infrastructure. When it comes to the rainy seasons, we are not able to move. But with facilitations of the development partners, especially from UNAMIS, they always provide a flight for us to reach to the isolated areas. One of the pictures is there indicated. Again, UNICEF is involved in capacity buildings initiative in washed water, sanitation, and actually UNDP. UNDP has been offering training programs designated for local leaders and government officials to enhance their capacity for effective governance and service delivery. We would like to say thank you to all this, starting from UNAMIS, UNICEF, UNDP, and all our development partners, which I will not be in a position to mention because there are many, from nationals and NGOs to internationals. What are the key support and facilitation for the national government to the government of Jonglei State? The national government has reaffirmed its commitment to support Jonglei State in various means, particularly in relation to critical discussions and resolutions stemming from the 7 governor forums. One of it, enhanced security collaborations, provision of resources and training for state security agencies to improve response capabilities. The second thing was capacity building and trainings. The third was emergency. Here are the key achievements of Jonglei State this year in relation to the resolutions of the 7 governor forums. Conflict resolutions. The Jonglei State government has made notable achievement in relation to the resolutions number 11 of the 7 governor forum under intergovernmental among the state units and to reactivate the boundary committee. One significant achievement was the resolutions of conflict between the old and Ayual community, which tragically resulted in 19 lives that we lost. For that reason, a productive meeting was held on July 27, 2028, which was attended by His Excellency the Governor of Jonglei State. That is the picture. That picture, it shows the 2 parliament chiefs holding the signed agreements between the 2 communities that fought with the result 19 people lost their life. Conflict resolution between IUL and all was witnessed. On that picture, you see His Excellency Maju Bieltrop, the Governor of Jonglei State, and Her Excellency Atongpol in the picture with other officials from Jonglei State representative. This is an initiative that was achieved. Again, in addition, the government successfully addressed the recent conflict between Chien Nguyen and Chien Paul of Miro County. Claims live. A delegation was sent by His Excellency the Governor and the leadership of the state to go and resolve the conflict in Miro County. It tore many points. He felt that it is very important to visit exactly why people are engaging themselves in revenge killings, and with the facilitations from our partners and the achievement of the governments, you can see on the picture the government went for some hours with his delegation to the area called Majok. And then also peace missions in Ayu County, as you can see on the picture, His Excellency the Governor and the Commissioner of Ayu County. So now, what are the political and civic engagement? Your Excellency the Vice President, if I could recall, we heard a recommendation number 25 on the Southern Governor Forums. We felt that civic engagement, political and civic engagement, or to open a political space is very important, because as the revitalized government, it is a government which comprises of different parties. And it is very essential that parties should have their say, should have their own political participations to aware messages of peace. The Jonglei State government has made significant strides in fostering a more democratic environment by opening political and civic space for all parties, doing with the recommendation number 25, as I mentioned. I would like to mention one thing here. When the governor was appointed on 29th of May this year, when he went to the state of Jonglei on 22nd of June, the first order he made, the first gubernatorial order he made was to open political and civic engagement, and civic space. Your Excellency, another picture was the demonstration that was held recently in Akobo County. Akobo County had a problem with hospital issues. To show the democratic and civic engagement and citizen rights, they went on a peaceful protest, demanding they went on peaceful in the state. These are the fruits and the result of opening up of a political endeavor, banning harmful substance. I remember we heard the recommendation number 10, which focused on public health and safety. His Excellency's system was supported and enforced by law enforcement. We would like to say number 21 of the 7 governors' forums under the intergovernmental relations. One key recommendations was to establish or to abolish all illegal, unnecessary checkpoints along the river and road across the state or administrative areas. Your Excellency, I would like to bring to your attention that we implemented resolution, and that is why His Excellency, the Governor of Abunal State, came to Jonglei State, and you can see on the picture, on that picture is the Jonglei State government with the Abunal State Governor and his delegations. It came purposely to focus on implementing the resolution number 21 that urged all the leadership to abolish the illegal and unnecessary checkpoints. And I want to report to your authority that we implement that. What are the support related to inter-displaced people? The achievement of the state government in relation to the 7 governor forums, particularly concerning the resolution on humanitarians and challenges are as follows. Under resolution number 23, which emphasized so much to prevent Jonglei state during the upcoming dry seasons. So to help reduce their dependence, IDPs in war to a more suitable areas, more stakeholders to proceed effectively. We have IDPs in war, formerly POC, caused by the conflict of 2013. The government of Jonglei State, in collaboration with universities, is working hard to make sure that this IDP, possibly during this dry season, I'm sure they will be out. Picture of Jonglei State government with the R-ARCSS chairperson donating food items to the IDPs in Mangala. This is there. And then safeguarding community members. That it is a dedication to the being handed out. What are we doing as the government of Jonglei State to promote peace using the sport? Jonglei State wrestler members actively participate in a tournament organized by the Lagos State. This aims to foster peace among community. It enforces human support. The governor attended the South Sudan Cup final between Salam Picture there and situation in the state. Seen on 22nd June 2024 when the governor arrived in Jonglei State, the governments of Jonglei State, especially the civil servant, have been effectively functioning, going from office to office and going to the office from 8 a.m. or 8:30 in the morning to the 5 p.m. in the evening. This shows that the functionality and the implementations of the regular work ethics. In relation to that, the Council of Ministers of Jonglei State so far has held 17 meetings, and the Security Committee held 16 meetings. The Security Committee always meet every Wednesday, and the Council of Ministers discuss the state business always meet on Friday. But in case if there is urgency, they meet and they call it extra Council of Ministers meetings. These are the meetings, these are pictures that shows the institution visit by the governor within Wartown and the picture touring the Department of all security organs. All the pictures here show touring the York Again and Laudi Airport. In Jonglei, we are so blessed with water, with the result that we have fish. These are the pictures continuing governor touring the Panda market, where the cattle are being sold and bought, and Marol markets. And here the governors and his officials touring all the education institutions and the state ministry. He went to Dr. Jonglei University of Science and Technology. He went to Boro A primary school to inspect the teaching and the learning environments. And one of the ministry the governor visit was Ministry of Agriculture, because most importantly, as people of South Sudan, we tend to depend so much on oil, which is not really the business. So our focus in Jonglei, we are focusing so much on agriculture, which includes fishery. And this should be adapted for us, the South Sudanese, use the oil money and diversify them to fund the agricultural project would really benefit us a lot. So, Governor touring the Jonglei State Women Group Association Center in Papua to ask them about their activities and the challenge that they faced, because 35% is very important. And in Jonglei State, our speaker is a woman, our deputy governor is a woman, even the deputy vice chancellor of the university is a woman. Even the head of the field office of the university is a woman. So we are blessed, and we show that we understand the arrangements based on the revitalized agreements. Here you can see Governor touring the implementation of the water pump in the Dr. Jonglei Memorial University of Science and Technology, hydrological gauging station in Bor. And then I come to objective number 3 of my presentations. Objective number 3 is the returnees, the refugee, the water, the food security, and etc. What are the key challenges? One is the flood. Your Excellency, the first by the President, if I recall, on the last Governor Forums, we heard resolution number 31. The resolution number 31 called for the national government to prioritize the state or administrative areas impacted by the flood and other natural disaster in the distribution of the resources. Again, resolution number 32 of the last year urged an improvement in natural disaster risk reduction activities in areas that are affected by the floods. Unfortunately, this resolution were not implemented. Why I keep citing the resolutions? Because what we are doing today is a report. We are reporting and most of the countries, we have 9 countries, but among the 9 countries, 6 countries were heavily affected. And one of them is Pandak County, Pidi County, Pidi County, Ayot County, Mineral County, and Duke County. However, this does not necessarily mean that the rest of the countries were not affected. But because presentation is about PowerPoint and you have to only present the most powerful points, I want to be very brief, and I want to take you to see in picture. And again, picture number 4 is the flood situation in New Fandak. In Habitat here, the citizens are trying to construct a temporary dike. This shows that these are responsible citizens. They only need one thing. And what is that? Support. Another picture in a new Fandak showing the community trying to construct the temporary dike. These are the symbol of the flood. I cannot talk about Ayut, Duke, but I want to just show the symbol. But I want to tell you that all our counties, the 9 counties, especially 6 counties, are severely affected. Security situations. We have security problems from our sisterly administrative area. We don't point finger to our sisterly administrative area that they come and attack us.